Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a deck profile. Back at it again, playing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's my spring break right now, taking some time to play the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And just yesterday, I topped my first locals back with the Golden Lord himself, Eldlich, the Golden Lord. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into this deck profile over here, okay? But before we go into it, right, I originally pulled the Harpy's Feather Duster, and one of my boys was willing to trade up, so I wanted to get the Chaos Angel that he had, and I gave him the Harpy's Feather Duster from the latest OTS set. So shout outs to him. This is gonna be added into the next deck profile whenever I do Eldlich again. So just be looking forward to that. So without further ado, let's get in here. Monsters, simple, 2 Golden Lord, 2 Lord of the Heavenly Prison, just 2 of each Lord, more than enough. You see each of these cards, you don't want to see the Eldlich that much, and you see Lord of the Heavenly Prison at a standard amount of times when it comes to the deck. Spells, we're only playing a little bit of spells. We're playing triple extravagance, playing double duality, since you really don't special summon during your turn, and then 1 call by the grave to basically say no to Ash Blossom. And if you're not saying no to Ash Blossom, it gets rid of any other monster that might be basically painful to deal with, especially the fire decks per se. Now, traps. That fast stack is all traps, baby. You already know it. Alright, so now Eldlich cards, triple Scarlet Sanguine, triple Conquistador, and we're playing triple Hakero of the Golden Land. People have just been dealing with just the 2 copies of the Hakero, but I think 3 is pretty good this format, especially that, as I said about the Call by the Grave before, you just want to get rid of your opponent's cards, right? Especially that this is a tier 0 fire format. You want to get rid of their cards like their Promethean Princess. If they're playing the Fire King variant, you want to get rid of their Garunics, because more likely than not, they're playing only the 1 copy of the Garunic. So being able to get rid of that constant recursion is actually really good, and just getting rid of any other cards in general. Now we're playing triple copies of Strike, playing triple copies of the Iron Thunder. Strike performed, really great card over here. Iron Thunder, just be careful with your placement. I can't really say that, just like you can't control where your opponent places their cards, but if they put multiple cards in the same column, that really does work out for you. This is basically an Omni Negate. It negates, destroys that card that you negated, and all other cards in the same column that it was negated as well. So this includes yours as well. But one thing that really worked out in my favor is that I had the Iron Thunder set, and my boy Greg, I went up against him round 1. He activated opening the Spirit Gates, and he placed he had the Dark Beckoning Beast in the same column, and I had a Judgment in that same column, and I didn't want to get rid of it, and I didn't want to use Judgment on that, so I just decided to use the Iron Thunder. But the thing is, I had Lord of the Heavenly Prison in my hand, so my back row wasn't destroyed, so that was actually really good there. Now, Floodgates, playing triple Skill Drain. This card's still legal, this card's still really good. Might as well play these cards at 1. This is like a really easy cutout, because like obviously the Nazi Rivalry of Warlords goes in really did help out even during the fire matches, because like they still played their fair share of dark monsters such as the Dark Witch and the Link Karibo, so those can be useful in those matchups per se. Now, normal traps, Ice Dragons, Banishing is really good this format, so play more of it. Torrential Tribute, it's a weird one that people might be considering on playing in their deck, but if you're like activating the Torrential before they get any sort of like resource in their graveyard, such as like the Garunics per se, I think it might be pretty worth it to play. But I didn't have really any problems with activating the Torrential Tribute and just not worrying about any other like on resolution effects. Playing double Daruma, 1 punishment, only had the 1, and double copies of Trap Trick. That's gonna be it for the main. I'm gonna get straight into the extra. Extra is a little janky per se, but it still worked out. 1 Constellar, double Gustav. I'd rather have this because I'm playing Pot of Extravagance. 1 Libe to go for easy OTK. double link spider, extra once again with the 1 copy of Eldlich, 1 hip, and it bumps up all your light monsters by 500, and it makes like your standard Golden Lord 3k, and then when you bring it back from grave, a nice 4k beater to go beat over your opponent's monsters. 1 Lina, not a lot of light monsters playing like not a lot of decks playing the Veiler right now, but if they're playing the Veiler, is actually pretty good there. And I believe the last monster we summoned from the extra deck is the 1 copy of the BOS. Cards that are just untargetable and can't be destroyed by card effects, I think in this format is actually really good. And the fact that it has 1 out of 3 effects, and the most useful one is definitely the one that you destroy, that you banish a card on field. And now, punishment targets. I want to add more punishments in, at least 1 more, but these are the punishment targets. 1 Malong for the bounce, shuffle cards from grave back into the deck, Entis pop, draw, send this. Side deck, Toxic, right here. Yeah, this card does its job. Basically, you better have the imperm. If not, you're not gonna have a good time. Double D shifter, triple D shifter. I mean, this card is really good. It just basically gives you a chance to just set up your board whenever you have to go second, and just make sure your opponent doesn't play past the board you set up after the D shifter resolves. So that's really good. I'm gonna give this another chance, but I just never drew it at all today, so that's probably the main reason. But it's still really good. Fire decks just set up big boards anyways. Triple Judgment. Make sure your opponent just doesn't imperm your border, and make sure your back row is not being wiped or being even lead. This card is a little skeptical, but it worked out perfectly for me, so I'm gonna just keep it in for now. And that is gonna be it for this deck profile, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Nice simple one, and I'll see ya in the next video. Peace.